as a parent, what role should I be playing in keeping my student athlete healthy and strong?
That is a great question. As a mother of two student athletes, teenagers, it's very difficult to tell them what to do. So we need to make things available to them.
Okay, so health goals chiropractic, can that be a part of a student athlete's health
Yes,
program?
I'm sorry. We love having student athletes in our practice. I think there is a misconception that so many people think of chiropractic as pain management only. In our office, we really focus on performance and enhancing a person's lifestyle or their activity levels. So when an athlete comes to us, we're not just taking care of the pain, we're looking at the whole body to see how we can make sure that their muscles are balanced front to back, right to left, to make sure that they have everything's firing the way it is supposed to, that they have great range of motion, that they have great core strength. So we're going to find out where their weaknesses are and educate them on how to correct those weaknesses to make them a better athlete.
Okay, so 3 tips for every student athlete. What would be number one?
Can you imagine how long your children are sitting all day, especially in school, and then they come home and they have homework, not to mention the video games and everything else that draws them to that computer posture. So what we want to do is make sure that our athletes are evaluating their posture, seeing how they're sitting, or how long are they sitting. When they're in school, the way to counteract the amount of sitting that they have to do is that take the time at lunch or at break and walk the halls, get up, move around, even take a minute if you're not changing classes to just do some stretches, do a little lunge, do a hamstring flexibility stretch. We want to get those muscles moving as much as we can. I tell every individual, you really shouldn't be sitting for more than 45 minutes at a time without getting up and doing something. Then they come home and they have homework. When they're at home, we want to make sure that they have set up their desk properly. As a mother of teenagers, I have seen my children laying in bed with computers on their lap, laying on the couch with a computer on their lap, trying to do their homework. They really should be in a proper position, sitting properly, a good support chair with a computer adjusted to their body and their height. Always think about what you look like. Is your head dropping forward? Are your shoulders rounded? I want you to think about having like helium balloons on your shoulders, pulling you up to the sky, keeping those shoulders up and back and your head up. The old fashioned, put a book on your head and walk around. It's a good thing to try.
Okay, I just sat up when you said that.
Good.
Okay. All right, number 2.
Number 2 is that there are some really important nutrition things that you have to do in season and out of season. When you're off season and you're not exercising the way you are, you may think that you don't need to use your good nutrition tips, but these are some things that I want you to do. I want you to make sure that you're adjusting your calories for the amount of activity that you're doing. If you're an athlete that plays in the spring and the fall, and you're running 3 to 4 hours a day with different practices, you're going to be burning a lot more calories, and your body's going to need those extra calories to keep it going. Secondly, I want you to look at what food you are eating. There is a great book that says, eat this, not that. And you want to look for foods that are nutrient dense. What does that mean? That means when you eat that piece of food, you're getting the most amount of nutrients that you can get. So eating a peanut butter and an apple is much better than going out and having some chips or French fries.
What should athletes be drinking?
Athletes should be drinking water. Water is one of the most important things for us. Also, there's a new jump towards electrolytes and maintaining an electrolyte balance, which is great. The best liquid that has great electrolyte balance is coconut water. It's actually, you can add, there's coconut water with pineapple juice in it or mango juice, and it is a very good high nutrient source and good form of electrolyte. The other thing that is great, and I've talked about this for the 35 years that I've been in practice, is V8 juice. Not a lot of people like it, but it's all vegetables and they're all high in sodium and potassium and all the electrolytes that we need. So just a 6-ounce glass of V8 juice is enough for us to maintain good electrolyte balance. Eating foods, spaghetti sauce and vegetable soup and those types of liquids will help keep your electrolyte balance up.
And last but not least, third tip.
Our third tip is that so many kids want to jump into weight training, and weight training is a very good way to build up your muscles, but there are some things that you need to remember when you are weight training. Once you hit about 16, 17, you can start adding in the weight training. The most important thing about weight training is when you're jumping in the gym and you're going from school where you're sitting all day, going to the gym, you do need to take the time to stretch. Stretch out your lung muscles, warm your body up, jump on the treadmill for about 5 minutes, and just get your body and your heart rate and your blood flow to the muscles more efficient. You're going to start really slowly. You're going to build up your weights very slowly. I'd much rather higher reps at a lower weight than high weight and low reps. They have to make sure they're using the proper technique. So many kids just want to go to the gym and start weight training. There are very good personal trainers at every gym, and they are trained to teach the young kids how to do the exercises. You don't want somebody that's one of their friends saying, hey, I read this in a magazine, this is how you do it. You want somebody that is trained to show them how to do the exercise properly, to make sure that they don't injure their muscles.
That is great information. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.